Well, her name's Rock Chalk. She's the talk of the town. With her German Shepherd duo always sniffing around. Smith and Wesson by her side, they ain't just for show. They're the muscle when she's hustling, solving crime on the go. She's got her boots in the dirt, she's cracking the case. A true crime queen with a smirk on her face. Loves her country rap bumping, got that twang and that beat. You mess around with her, you're in for a treat. Oh, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got a badge and a sassy attitude to boot. Kicks down doors like she's in hot pursuit. Smith and Wesson bark, don't you dare run. She's the queen of the scene, yeah, she gets it done. Country rap on the radio, she's cruising the street. From the city to the sticks, she's the one to meet. Her motto's real simple, don't try no bluff. Mess around all you want, but you'll find out quick enough. Whoa, F-A-F-O, better watch your step. Rock Chalk's on the scene, she'll clean up your mess. With her dogs and her charm, she'll track you down slow. Oh, F-A-F-O, yeah, you reap what you sow. She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out. Hey! She's got cowboy boots and a badge of steel. With a heart of gold and nerves unreal. You thought you could hide, but she's always in the know. Now you're caught, son, F-A-F-O. So here's the Rock Chalk and her Shepherd crew. Smith and Wesson got her back and they're coming for you. Country rap in her veins, she's the queen of the scene. F-A-F-O is her motto, and she's living the dream. Rock Chalk out.
Hello, everyone. Hopefully your weekend is starting good. It's been a busy week. Been helping my daughter out. One of the twins has to have surgery. They were going to do it this Monday, but they're doing it next Monday. It's just been a lot going on, a lot of family stuff. But while we're here, I've went a couple times out of Houston on a cruise, and there's some things going on in Houston. Bodies showing up, and I'm not sure what to think about it. I'm not sure if the police are hiding it or what. There was 5 bodies in 5 days. Now they found a 6th one too. It's crazy.
Is Mayor John Whitmire's response to rumors spreading on social media that a serial killer is on the loose in Houston.
The rumors started flying after word spread that 5 bodies were pulled from local bayous in 5 days last week.
Katira Winfrey is live at HPP headquarters where the mayor and the police chief try to put the rumors to rest. Katira.
Yeah, Lynn and Mia, the mayor and the police chief say the misinformation and speculation is stoking fear and anxiety unnecessarily, and says there is no clear evidence, and was clear there is no evidence of a serial killer. Now, those 5 bodies pulled from the bayous in the last week, he says, is just a unfortunate circumstance. Houston has 2,500 miles of bayous and waterways, and both reiterated there is no evidence to suggest that any of these deaths are connected. But the medical examiner will have to determine the causes of death. Of the 5 deaths in the last week so far, only one person has been identified, a University of Houston student who had been missing. A second person has also been identified, but they won't release that name until they are sure the family has been notified.
I'd say enough's enough on speculation, out of respect for the families and also for 2.3 million Houstonians and our region. We have challenges. We're meeting those challenges. But a serial killer loose in Houston is not one of our challenges today. And I would hope.
And the mayor says there is a myriad of reasons people have been ending up in the bayou. He says some of them may be homeless, some of them may be experiencing mental health crises, but he says the timing of this set off an alarm, but again, reiterated, there is no evidence that a serial killer is on the loose in Houston. Reporting live.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, I find it strange. Find it real strange. Then they just found another body. I want to say in the last 12 hours.
Well, another body has been found in Bayou overnight, this time near UH downtown. Police say a group of scooter riders spotted the body just after midnight near Commerce and Milam, right under the bridge, and called it in. When officers showed up, they found a woman floating in the water. HPD's dive team went in and recovered her, with homicide detectives and the medical examiner also on scene. Now, if you're thinking this might be connected to the 5 other bodies found at Houston bayous earlier this month, police say it's not. The mayor and police chief already shut down those serial killer rumors this week. Right now, investigators don't know who she is or how she died. The medical examiner is working on those answers.
So you got 5 bodies in 5 days and now 6 body in 6 days. Very strange. You know what's even stranger? Check this out. A year ago, maybe a year and a half, same thing was happening in San Antonio. It was called Birdie Lake. Like, could this possibly be the same person? Killing in both places? I'm just gonna see here. Check this out. 3 months ago.
Of a serial killer, but investigators have caught people's attention with speculation surrounding the possibility of a serial killer, but investigators have found no reason to believe that.
Again, this was outside of San Antonio at Birdie Lake. Bodies are just, and it's all men there. All men that was being found. It's in Houston is the last 6 days. So they're recent. They are recent. And then this one, this is Birdie Lake outside of San Antonio. I might have said Dallas, but it's outside of San Antonio. 38 bodies. And these were all men.
Yeah, police have no reason to suspect any foul play, and there weren't any trauma wounds found on the corpse of this most recent body. I'm reporting live at
Yeah, there was a presser. It's like 21 minutes, but you know, some of them saying that drinking, like this last one that they just found was a block from where this girl was drinking, but still, so many at one time.
Breaking news overnight, a woman's body found in Buffalo Bayou near downtown Houston.
This makes the 6th body found in Houston's bayous in the past 2 weeks. Our Jalissa Garza is live near the University of Houston downtown with more. And Jalissa, this discovery.
And this is 12 hours ago. So 6 bodies in 6 days, 12 hours ago.
Another body comes after days of online rumors and official denials that a serial killer is targeting people near the water.
Yeah, Devon, that's right. Earlier this week, our crews were there at the press conference as the mayor and the chief of police said there is no evidence linking the recent deaths near the bayous together, adamant that there is not a serial killer despite the social media claims that have continued to circulate even after officials came forward to really put a stop to those claims. But even earlier this week, we spoke with people who came up to me as we were reporting saying that they also were still skeptical. And now this morning, we have another discovery that's leading to more questions that we're already seeing online under our story this morning on Facebook. Now, here's what we know about what happened here last night. It was around 11:30. Police say they got a call about a person in the water near Commerce and Milam, just off the bayou close to the University of Houston downtown. It was a group riding scooters first spotted what looked like a body. Officers called in the dive team and they recovered the body of a woman. Her identity hasn't been released, and right now investigators say it's too early to know how she ended up there. There have been 5 bodies found in or near the water in just 1 week alone. So we pressed police this morning. Is there a connection? Here's what they told us.
No, I mean, at this time, there's no indication. There's nothing that would give us that indication.
Now, earlier this week at a press conference, as I mentioned, officials said the bodies found in the last week are just an unfortunate circumstance, noting Houston has 2,500 miles of bayous and waterways, and both Mayor Whitmire and HPD Chief Diaz reiterated that there is no evidence to suggest that any of these deaths are connected. The medical examiner does still have to determine the cause of death. Now, of the 6 deaths in the past 2 weeks so far, only 1 person has been publicly identified. University of Houston student who was reported missing. Officials say a second person has been identified, but they won't release that name until they are sure that the family has been notified. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story throughout the morning and bring any updates as we work to learn more information. But Devon and Alona, I'm already seeing hundreds of shares of our post on Facebook. So many comments, people once again trying to piece all of this together. It's hard to shake the rumors off, but once again, police officials, even this morning, say there is no connection. Of course, we'll keep the conversation going. Coming up on KHOU 11+. Reporting live in downtown Houston, Jalissa.
So, do you think it's a coincidence? I wanted to bring it up because I know, being from Kansas and Oklahoma, a lot of people travel to Texas. This seems really, really crazy. And then when I was trying to find some information on this, this was kind of crazy too. There was, it was like 6-7 years ago, problems with bodies being found in the bayous. But there was not as many as there is now. It was just 1 or 2 here and there. Now you've got 6. I don't think it's a coincidence, but hey, that's my point. But get this, Journey for Justice, she covered this earlier, and out of Houston too. This is crazy. Guy's on trial for his wife's murder.
First, all new at 4, a man accused of murdering his wife has a medical emergency in court, and then he dies.
Yeah, he actually collapsed in court. Aniela Ruiz live in our newsroom with exclusive video and new details about what happened. Aniela.
Well, guys, James Paul Anderson was on trial for allegedly killing his wife, 34-year-old Victoria Anderson, inside her home. And today he was expected to take a plea deal, but witnesses tell me things escalated quickly. Take a look. This is video obtained exclusively by KHOU 11 showing James Paul Anderson being wheeled out of the courtroom on a gurney. Witnesses tell me James had just been speaking with his attorney and asked for a few moments alone. When he returned, they say he spit something into a trash can, and minutes later, he started vomiting and was visibly ill. Officers moved him into the back room and more law enforcement arrived. Eventually, paramedics were called in. We're told Anderson's attorney looked into the trash can and reportedly found a small bag with a brown crystal-like substance believed to be meth. Because of that discovery, the judge allegedly declared the courtroom a potential crime scene. Anderson was taken to Bentop Hospital, where he was pronounced dead just before 11 a.m. And according to the district attorney's office, we've learned the DA's office was prepared to offer him a plea deal. He would have served 35 years in prison. Now, bailiff reportedly administered Narcan before EMS arrived, trying to save his life. Anderson had been out on bond on $300,000 after he was arrested following a lengthy SWAT standoff tied to the murder of his wife back in 2023. The couple did have a toddler at the time. Just terrible situation. Both families involved. Again, we hope to bring you guys more information later on today. We'll send it back to you guys.
Well, Journey, I will say this. There's a lot of drugs in the jails. That's for sure. A lot of drugs in the jails. You can pretty much get any drug you want in the jail. At least ours around here. I'm sure it's that way everywhere. I mean, 60 days in, they always find drugs there, when they're in there too. So, I don't know. Coming from an area, Girly Girl knows of Dennis Rader, the BTK. He did a lot of killings, and then he quit for a while. Then he started doing them again. So that's what I'm wondering is Birdie Lake connected to the bayous and all these bodies? And was there a serial killer at Birdie Lake? And now they've moved on to Houston, to the bayous? Sure, trying to keep it hush hush. I don't see a whole lot covering it. I said something about it last week, and it's just not left my mind. And it's, how do I say this? I know, like, a lot of graduation, people when they're graduating and stuff, they go down to Houston. People from this area, they go down to Houston, down to San Antonio. So at least be alert. Make sure you have a buddy system going and you're not alone. Because it seems awful strange. Awful strange. And the guy that killed his wife that died today, I mean, as far as that, the drugs, he could have got it from inside. Don't surprise me. Birdie Lake. Yeah, I remember JLR was covering it, and he actually went to Birdie Lake. And that they're trying to put it off as it was drunk people. Because it is right at the end of their bar scene, where all the bars are. This is right around the corner there. But still, I just find that crazy, strange. Journey says, I like to know is how are 6 bodies showing up. Let me get my glasses on. Showing up all the same time, even if they were there for weeks. I don't think they've been there for weeks, but they're sure being hush hush about it. Now they're saying they got to wait for the medical examiner to see if they've all died from the same thing. So I think they'll try to sweep it under the rug. I think we need to stay on it, try to follow it the best we can. For sure. And if you have family going, even for Thanksgiving, going to visit family down in that area, be cautious. Be cautious for sure. That's for sure. Well, that's all I have for today. Put cameras up. Yeah. That's one good thing. The bus has cameras all the way around it. I like that. The other one is that David. I've been following that case. What is going on there? Has he been set up? Is it possible that somebody in his group has set him up? I mean, still, what was he doing with such a young child? I just find that really strange. Why would this guy be with such a young person? But the good news is Teslas have cameras all the way around them. So it should be able to show where the car came from, should show who was driving, who lifted the trunk. It should show all that.
Body of a young girl found in the trunk of a Tesla has been identified.
Police say a 15-year-old girl was found in pieces in the trunk of singer David's car. Officers say Celeste Rivas's dismembered, decomposing body was discovered inside the car as it was sitting at a Los Angeles tow yard on September 8th, days after it was impounded.
Workers towed the Tesla to this impound lot in Hollywood last week from the Hollywood Hills, where neighbors say it had been abandoned since the beginning of summer.
The teenager was reported missing last year near Lake Elsinore, California, 75 miles from where her body was discovered. Police haven't released a connection between Celeste and David, who's currently on tour and cooperating with investigators. But according to authorities, the two have matching tattoos, the word shh on their fingers.
How did you make your first song?
I looked up how to make music on iPhone, and I used my sister's car as a studio.
David hasn't spoken out about the investigation, but did cancel a planned Seattle gig Wednesday, the same day Celeste's identity was released. He's scheduled to perform in Los Angeles on September 20th.
But when you wake me, say you love me.
That's crazy. Another one. Like, what's crazy? And yeah, he's young too, 20, but she was awful young. But the other thing is, I mean, that's like a 5-year difference, right? 5-year difference, I think. Yeah, I don't like his music either. But my point is, could he have been set up? Could somebody in his group be jealous? Didn't want her around no more? You know what I mean? Very well could have happened. Hey, Beach Baby, we was talking about these bodies that's being found in the Bayou outside of Houston. 6 bodies in 6 days. Crazy. But nothing's going on. Nothing to see there. It's crazy how they're trying to push it to the side. Then we was talking about the young lady who was found in the trunk of that Tesla. Again, it might not have been her boyfriend that did it. Could be somebody jealous, didn't want her in the picture. Who knows? Could have been his manager. Could have been anybody. I have to go and see who would have benefited from doing that. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to get back inside. I might go live tomorrow. We'll see. We got a work function. So we might go live. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm still going to try to do Tuesday and Thursdays and catch up on the weekends, but last week was just a busy week. So sorry that we wasn't able to go live. Tuesday I wasn't home, and then Thursday it was just at the hospital all day, and it was just rough. Rough.
Called up the neighbors, warned them in town. The rocket jump crew is messing around. They're chasing justice sharp and bright. Welcome to the fam, keep your truth in sight. Deb C's got receipts from 1882. Hacked the database with a can of glue. Hawkeye sees your blade from another state. Still found time to bake a cake. Noters running, not from crime. She just forgot the noodles this time. Micah singing ballads to his cat. Solved the case just like that. Black opal, sneaky, mysterious style. Caught a lion through a bathroom tile. Christopher preaches and takes the stand. Turned water to coffee with just one hand. Mama lost us where the bones are hid. She just laughs and says, guess I'm part of the grid. Beach babies tanning with sun.